Right, this must be the place. I've come out on a long drive today, so I'm on the quest for the legend of King Arthur, believe it or not. I read it on the internet and in the national newspapers, so it must be true. So here we are. I recently found a report in a self-published local history book. According to their research, King Arthur set up camp on the shores of the river after the Romans moved out of this town down here. Now, I found reports in the Daily Mail, the Daily Mirror, the Daily Express, Manchester Evening News, as well as other local newspapers, that King Arthur's castle, Camelot, was found here, near Wigan. Really? Eh? Don't be daft. Now, the newspapers said that King Arthur's castle, Camelot, was found by a well-respected historian at Oxford University. He said that it was found down here, next to a lake, down this path in Standish. Now, I've not read the book, so I can't really say what was in it, but the writer says that Roman roads might have followed existing ancient trackways aligned with the setting sun of the summer solstice. Now, 2 Roman roads crossed a little bit further up here, and it made sense that Roman buildings like a hotel, a farmstead or a camp might have been located where the Roman roads cross. Makes sense, you know. But I can't really see, I mean, it's a nice park, but I can't really see how King Arthur's castle could be here. King Arthur, it's supposed to be set just after the end of the Roman Empire in Britain in the 400s and 500s, the Dark Ages. Now, King Arthur is said to have several battles on the bank of a river Douglas. Now, there's a river Douglas in Loch Lomond in Scotland, and there's also a river Douglas that runs through Wigan and just to the south of here. And there's also rivers with variations of the name Douglas all over the country, so it could be anywhere. The only link that Wigan has to King Arthur is that there's a river that sounds like Douglas, and that's a very weak link in itself. You know, that legend was later embellished by fictional writers in the 10th century who added their own stories, such as the Knights of the Round Table, Merlin the Magician, the Lady of the Lake and the Castle of Camelot. You know, it's probably a great story, but separating fact from fiction, you can't do it. It's like Robin Hood and Jesus, you know. It was a real historical fact, and what was made up, I mean, there's probably more fiction than fact. And like the name Caesar, Julius Caesar, it was a title used by many people instead of one name for one person, you know. And many religions and cultural legends of the ancient British tribes were used by the Romans and then overtaken by legends of King Arthur, and that was carried on like today. Well, this is weird, it's all fenced off. You can imagine. No, you can't, can you? You couldn't make it up. The path is getting extremely muddy here. I might even have to turn back. Jeez. Tell you what, I might go around that way. Though I'm going back the other way. Can't get through though. Right, the path up there is like seriously muddy, so I've come back and going round the other way. Go up here. Now, apparently Martin Mere used to be somewhere around here. It used to be one of the largest lakes in England before it was drained. And there was like legends of Merlin, not Merlin, the other guy, Lancelot. Lancelot apparently fell into this lake at Martin Mere, according to local legends. You know, which is, he can't have been a very good night then, could he? If he ended up in there. Now, there's loads of different places around the country which have been associated with Camelot and King Arthur, and where this place might be, even if it existed at all. I mean, I had a look on Wikipedia the other day and I counted at least 19, and not one of them was round here. Now, as it turns out, there were plans for a link road to be built round here, and the residents set up this protest group called the Stop Almond Road Link Road. This protest group, they somehow latched onto this book. They made the author of this book look a complete fool when he actually said no such thing. I feel a bit sorry for the guy, really, you know. I mean, there might have been a Roman road here. There might have been a Roman crossroads here, but I've not found King Arthur's Castle or Merlin's Cave. This must be it here. Right, as it turns out, the author of this book, he had to go online and make a statement on his website, and what he said, he had to make this statement saying, after reading a hasty and inaccurate review of my book, a group campaigning against the new relief road in Standish near Wigan wrongly concluded that an eminent historian had identified the true location of Camelot, the court of King Arthur. The new road, they said, would desecrate this ancient site. This ludicrous story was repeated in several newspapers. Camelot, like the Round Table, Excalibur and the Holy Grail, is purely fictitious. It belongs to the Arthurian legends cooked up by Geoffrey of Monmouth in the 12th century. I do not claim to have found Camelot any more than I claim to know the true location of Hogwarts School. The Camelot mentioned in the book is a theme park which is now closed. It so happened that the Camelot theme park stood close to a well-important junction of the Roman road network. I wish the road campaigners well. The money would be better spent on less damaging forms of transport such as the bicycle, the horse or the broomstick. So, stop Almond Brook Link Road protest group. I'll give you 10 out of 10 for highlighting your cause, not wanting a link road to go through your back gardens, but don't try to rewrite history. You know, you'll just end up embarrassing yourselves. King Arthur, my arse. King Arthur's bathtub. A nice country park around here, and there's some nice walks. It's not very good that they've blocked off, the great outdoors with this thing. The great outdoors should be free to use by everyone. I think I've come full circle to the bit of the path which was blocked by mud up here before, so that's it, flooded. You're not getting past that. Well, I'm extending my walk a little bit here. I thought I'd have a bit of a day out, but on the map on the GPS it looks like there's an old quarry or something marked on the GPS there. So I'll head towards that. There's a footpath going past it, footpath going into it by the look of it. So let's have a mooch over there, see what's there. Let's go for a mooch. Find somewhere where you've not been before and just go for a walk and then explore and see what's there. You'll discover something. And it's really quite great, the things you can find. It's just, open countryside everywhere. Friendly dog. Gotta go back that way. Jesus. Just saying, you never know what you're gonna find. Absolutely no idea what this is. Base of something in the woods. Some old quarrying or mining works or something. On top of it now. See if you can get down there. This is the other side of it. something here. Ah, it's an old mine shaft. Old mine workings. That was the mine shaft, and the pit head and the wheel used to be up there. Something else up here. Good Lord knows how old these are. Well, there probably would have been a railway somewhere leading up to the mine, and I'm guessing this might be it. Taken over by nature, look at that. Right, I'll go back this way, avoid that friendly dog.